Have you ever wondered what your life would be like if you lost your spouse? Losing a spouse is one of the hardest challenges in life, but there's hope. In today's video, I'll share 5 essential secrets to help you bounce back and rebuild your life with purpose, strength, and wisdom. These are practical lessons that can help you recover emotionally and regain your independence, even after such a devastating loss. At Candle of Wisdom, we believe that life's challenges are also opportunities for personal growth and positive thinking. This video is packed with motivational advice, from improving your mental health to finding new meaning in the years ahead. Stick with me, because the last secret will show you how to transform loneliness into a source of wisdom and inner peace. If this resonates with you, please like and subscribe to Candle of Wisdom. Your journey of recovery and growth is just beginning, and we're here to support you every step of the way. 1. Allow yourself to grieve, but set a time to heal. Losing a spouse leaves a wound that can feel impossible to heal. The grief is overwhelming, and many seniors feel like their world has crumbled. But there's one thing I want you to remember. Grief is a part of healing. Allow yourself to experience it fully. We're not meant to suppress these emotions. In fact, the first key to bouncing back after losing your spouse is to allow yourself to grieve, but set a time to heal. When we lose someone who has been by our side for decades, it's natural to feel like the best years of life are over. Each morning might seem empty, and the thought of facing another day alone can be daunting. But grief is not meant to last forever. While it's essential to let yourself feel the loss, it's also important to recognize when you're ready to heal. Grief is part of the process that helps us grow, but it shouldn't define the rest of your life. In those first few months, sadness can feel unbearable. You wake up expecting your spouse to be there, only to face the harsh reality of their absence. That pain is real, and it's okay to cry. Tears are your body's natural way of processing the loss. But as time moves on, there's a turning point. Healing becomes essential, not just for your own well-being, but also to honor your spouse's memory. They would want you to live fully, not fade into sorrow. A crucial aspect of this healing journey is positive thinking. At first it may feel impossible, but over time you'll find that focusing on the life you shared, rather than just the loss, can bring comfort. Think about the good moments, the lessons you learned from each other, and how they shaped you. Shifting your mindset from loss to gratitude can be a turning point in your emotional recovery. Your spouse would want you to continue living with purpose, joy, and resilience. You don't need to make drastic changes. Set small goals, perhaps a short daily walk or starting a new hobby. Even simple steps can create a sense of progress. As you take these steps, you'll notice that moments of joy start to reappear. And those moments matter. Every bit of progress is a victory. One story that stands out is John's. At 77, he lost his wife, and at first grief consumed him. He couldn't imagine life without him, but eventually, John realized that his wife wouldn't want him to remain in sorrow. He began taking daily walks through the same park they used to visit. At first, the memories brought tears, but over time, they became a source of comfort. John learned to allow himself to grieve, but he also set a time to heal. You might wonder, when is the right time to heal? The truth is, it's different for everyone. Some days you'll feel ready, and others you won't. But when you notice that grief is keeping you from living fully, that's your signal to start healing. Grieving doesn't mean forgetting, and healing doesn't mean letting go of the love you shared. Instead, it's about balancing the memories of the past with a life that still has beauty and purpose in the present. Mental health plays a significant role in this process. As we get older, it's easy to dismiss emotional well-being, but it's just as important as physical health. If you find yourself stuck in grief, reaching out for help can make a big difference. Whether it's talking to a friend, family member, or counselor, sharing your feelings can provide relief. Even just reminiscing about the good times with your spouse can help lighten the emotional load. Your life still has meaning. Grief recovery doesn't mean forgetting your spouse. It means remembering them with peace in your heart. You've lived through so many challenges in your life, and this is another one that you can overcome. You are resilient. The pain you feel now is part of your journey, but it doesn't define you. Your ability to heal and find new sources of happiness is a testament to your strength. As you move through this process, it's essential to focus on your health and wellness. When we grieve, we often forget to care for our bodies. You might lose your appetite or neglect your daily routines. But as you heal, start by reintroducing those routines. Eat nutritious meals, take short walks, or try light exercise. Physical well-being can uplift your emotional state. Think of this healing process as a time for personal growth. After losing your spouse, you have the opportunity to rediscover parts of yourself, explore new hobbies, or connect with others in new ways. You can honor your spouse by continuing to live a meaningful, joyful life. You are not alone on this journey. There are so many people going through the same experiences, and your resilience can inspire them, just as Callista's story inspired you. Life is still full of possibility, and with each step you take, you'll find that healing is within reach. Grief is a part of life, but it doesn't have to be the whole of life. Your spouse would want you to find joy, to continue living with purpose, and to remember the good times while creating new ones. Healing doesn't mean moving on without them. It means carrying their love with you as you move forward. You've faced incredible challenges in life, and this is another chapter where you can grow, heal, and find peace. 2. Rediscover your purpose. After you've allowed yourself to grieve and begun the healing process, the next secret to bouncing back after the loss of your spouse is to rediscover your purpose. Losing a spouse can leave you feeling directionless, like the life you once knew no longer makes sense. However, even after such a profound loss, life still holds meaning. The challenge is to find it again. For many, the loss of a spouse changes daily life drastically. You might feel that the routines and activities you once enjoyed together now lack purpose. But rediscovering your purpose can help you move forward with a sense of fulfillment. This could mean finding new ways to engage with hobbies, volunteering, or simply reconnecting with what brings you joy. Take some time to reflect on what has always mattered to you. What did you love to do before life became busy with shared responsibilities? Perhaps you've always had a passion for gardening, reading, or painting. Now is the time to reconnect with these activities. If you're not sure where to start, think about what brings you comfort or what excites your curiosity. Rediscovering your passions and interests will give your days more meaning, helping you focus on the future rather than just the past. One story that highlights the power of finding purpose is Mrs. Amber's experience. After her husband's passing, she moved in with her daughter and grandson, believing it would provide the support she needed. Over time, however, she realized that she had lost her sense of independence. While her family cared for her, Mrs. Amber began to feel disconnected from her own life, relying too much on her children for company and purpose. That's when Mrs. Amber made the bold decision to move back to her own home and start living independently again. At first, it wasn't easy. She felt lonely, but over time, she started enjoying the freedom that came with rediscovering her own routine. She found joy in activities she hadn't done in years, like cooking her favorite meals, spending time in her garden, and reconnecting with old friends. Her story teaches us that personal independence and rediscovering one's purpose are vital for bouncing back after the loss. Sometimes, rediscovering your purpose means getting involved in something new. Volunteering is a wonderful way to find a sense of purpose. Giving back to your community can help fill the void that loss creates, providing both social connections and emotional rewards. Whether it's helping out at a local food bank, mentoring younger generations, or volunteering at a senior center, giving your time and energy to others brings a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Another powerful way to regain purpose is through social connections. Reaching out to others who share your interests can help you build a support network and develop new friendships. Community centers, book clubs, or senior groups often offer activities that can introduce you to like-minded individuals. These connections can be incredibly healing, as they remind you that life is full of people who care and who understand your experience. In some cases, rediscovering your purpose might come through reconnecting with old friends or even building new relationships. These don't have to replace your spouse, but they can bring joy, laughter, and support into your life. Having people to share stories, interests, and experiences with can help you feel less isolated and more engaged with life. It's also important to recognize that rediscovering your purpose isn't something that happens overnight. Personal growth takes time, and the journey of healing is unique for everyone. There will be moments of doubt, sadness, and reflection, but those moments are part of the process. The goal is to keep moving forward, even if it's at your own pace. Start small with simple activities that bring you peace, and build from there. As you work toward finding a new purpose, also keep in mind your mental health. Grief can cloud your thoughts, making it difficult to see a way forward. Practicing mindfulness, gratitude, or even journaling can help you stay grounded. These practices provide a space to reflect on your journey, to remember the good times with your spouse, and to focus on what still brings you joy. They help you balance the grief with hope, making it easier to embrace your new chapter in life. Remember that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Life is full of opportunities for self-discovery, no matter your age. You've lived through so many experiences already, and the wisdom you've gained is a powerful tool for shaping the next phase of your life. Rediscovering your purpose is about honoring the past while embracing the possibilities that still lie ahead. You've faced one of the greatest losses a person can endure, but your life is not over. There are still meaningful experiences waiting for you. Experiences that will bring joy, connection, and fulfillment. By taking the time to reflect on what truly matters to you and by reconnecting with those passions and interests, you can start to build a new, rewarding life. In the end, rediscovering your purpose after loss is about finding new ways to live a full and satisfying life. It's about allowing yourself to explore new paths, develop new relationships, and embrace your independence. Whether through volunteering, hobbies, or social connections, the next chapter of your life can be filled with meaning. You deserve to find peace, happiness, and purpose as you move forward. Your journey of personal growth is just beginning, and with each step you take, you'll find the strength to live well again. 3. Build a support network. Once you've begun to heal and rediscover your purpose, the next secret to bouncing back after losing your spouse is to build a strong support network. Human connection is essential for emotional well-being, especially after experiencing such a profound loss. Grief can feel isolating, but surrounding yourself with people who care can offer the comfort and strength you need to move forward. It's common to feel hesitant about reaching out. Many people worry they'll be a burden or that others won't understand their grief. But it's important to remember that connection is a basic human need. Whether through family, friends, or community groups, creating a support system is key to navigating grief. You don't have to go through this journey alone. Start by reconnecting with the people already in your life. It could be a sibling, a close friend, or even a neighbor. These relationships might provide a source of comfort during difficult times. Reaching out with something as simple as a phone call or an invitation for coffee can help rebuild connections that may have been neglected during your grief. Sometimes the best support comes from those who've been there all along. But building a support network isn't just about maintaining old relationships. It's also about creating new ones. After the loss of a spouse, it's easy to feel disconnected from life. One way to counter this is by getting involved in your community. Senior centers, local clubs, or faith-based groups offer a variety of activities where you can meet new people. These spaces often bring together others who've experienced similar losses and can provide both empathy and companionship. Take the story of Mr. John, a 70-year-old widower. After losing his wife, John felt isolated and unsure of how to move forward. For months, he stayed home, avoiding social contact. Then, a neighbor invited him to join a local senior walking group. At first, John was reluctant, but once he started attending, he realized how much he had missed being around others. The group offered him not just physical activity, but also a community of people who understood his loss. Gradually, John found joy again, and the connections he made helped him rediscover meaning in his life. This example reminds us of the healing power of community. Being around others who've experienced similar losses can provide comfort and understanding that's hard to find elsewhere. When you're surrounded by people who genuinely care, the weight of grief feels lighter. Volunteering is another great way to connect with others and find purpose. Many seniors find that giving back to the community helps them heal. Whether it's helping out at a local food bank, assisting in a school, or mentoring younger people, volunteering allows you to engage with others while also giving you a sense of accomplishment. It's a way to turn your grief into something positive by helping others in need. As you build your support network, it's important to take care of your mental health. Grief can often lead to feelings of depression, anxiety, or loneliness. If you're struggling emotionally, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Talking to a counselor or joining a grief support group can offer a safe space to express your feelings. Grief therapy provides tools to help you manage overwhelming emotions and process your loss. Therapy is beneficial at any age, and it's a vital step in taking care of yourself during this time. A support network can also help you maintain emotional resilience. Grief is not something you overcome overnight. It's a long journey that requires support and understanding. Surrounding yourself with compassionate people helps you feel less isolated and more grounded. This network will also remind you that life still holds moments of joy and connection, even after loss. It's also important to recognize that building a support network doesn't mean relying on others for everything. Independence is just as vital. You can lean on your network for emotional support while still maintaining control over your decisions in daily life. Independence and support are not mutually exclusive. They work together to create a balance where you feel both supported and self-sufficient. One aspect of building a network that many overlook is finding people who share your interests. Whether you join a gardening group, a book club, or an art class, shared activities can be a great way to meet new people and feel connected. You don't have to start with deep conversations. Just being around others who enjoy the same hobbies can foster new friendships and provide a sense of belonging. As you engage with others, remember that your story matters. Sharing your experiences with grief can help both you and those around you heal. Sometimes, others need to hear your story to feel less alone in their own grief. In turn, hearing their stories can help you find peace, knowing that others have walked a similar path. Ultimately, the goal is to surround yourself with a network that encourages you to keep living a meaningful, fulfilling life. Grief may never fully go away, but the support of those around you can help you carry that grief in a way that allows you to continue moving forward. Whether it's through family, friends, or a new community, the connections you build will be crucial in helping you bounce back after loss. In conclusion, building a support network is about creating meaningful connections that help you heal. Whether you're reconnecting with old friends or making new ones, the people in your life will help you navigate grief. Don't hesitate to reach out and embrace the love and support around you. You'll find that the more you connect, the more strength you'll discover in yourself. 4. Focus on your physical and mental health. After building a strong support network, the next secret to bouncing back after losing your spouse is to focus on your physical and mental health. Grief takes a toll not only on your emotions, but also on your body. It's important to care for both, because healing is about nurturing the whole self. First, let's talk about physical health. After the loss of a spouse, many people find themselves neglecting basic self-care. They lose their appetite, experience trouble sleeping, or stop being physically active. These responses are normal, but over time, they can weaken your body and make it harder to cope with grief. Taking care of your body is essential for helping your mind heal too. The simplest way to start is by re-establishing routines. Grief often disrupts daily life, but creating small habits, like eating balanced meals and setting a regular bedtime, can make a big difference. Good nutrition fuels both your body and your brain, and getting enough sleep helps you manage emotions better. In addition to these routines, physical activity is crucial. You don't need to take on intense exercise, but light movements such as walking, yoga, or gardening can boost your mood and energy levels. Regular physical activity releases endorphins, your body's natural mood lifters, which help combat feelings of depression and fatigue. You'll feel more energized and better equipped to face the emotional challenges of grief. Plus, staying active, keeps your heart, muscles, and bones strong, which becomes increasingly important as we age. Consider starting small. Maybe it's a 10-minute walk around your neighborhood each morning, or stretching for a few minutes after you wake up. These small steps can help you feel more connected to your body and grounded in your daily life. Over time, you may find that movement becomes a source of comfort and strength. Now let's shift to mental health, which is equally important. Grief can be overwhelming, and many people struggle with feelings of sadness, anxiety, or even hopelessness. It's important to acknowledge these feelings, but it's also essential to actively work on your emotional well-being. One powerful way to support your mental health is by establishing healthy routines, just as with physical health. Routines create structure in your day, giving you small goals to achieve, which can help restore a sense of control and purpose. In addition to routines, positive thinking plays a key role in your mental recovery. This doesn't mean ignoring the pain of loss. Instead, it's about balancing the grief with moments of gratitude and hope. Each day, try to find something to be thankful for. Whether it's the support of family and friends, the beauty of nature, or the happy memories you have with your spouse. Shifting your focus to the positive moments in life can help lift the weight of grief and remind you that there's still joy to be found. Mindfulness is another tool that can help you manage your emotions. This involves being present in the moment and accepting your feelings without judgment. Practicing mindfulness can help reduce stress, calm anxiety, and improve your overall emotional health. Simple activities like deep breathing, meditation, or even spending a few minutes quietly reflecting can make a big difference in how you handle grief. If you find that your grief is overwhelming and hard to manage on your own, consider seeking professional support. Speaking with a therapist or counselor can provide you with the tools and strategies to cope with the intensity of your emotions. Therapy isn't about fixing your grief, but about learning how to live with it in a healthy way. Many people find that talking to a professional helps them gain new perspectives and build emotional resilience. Another important aspect of mental health is recognizing that healing takes time. It's easy to feel frustrated or impatient when the pain doesn't seem to subside. But grief is a process, not a race. Be gentle with yourself. Healing doesn't mean forgetting your spouse or erasing the sadness. It means learning how to carry that sadness while also finding room for joy and peace. Your journey is unique, and there's no timeline for when you should feel better. Allow yourself the space and time to heal at your own pace. In both physical and mental health, self-care is not just about survival. It's about thriving, even after loss. Taking care of yourself is a way to honor the life you shared with your spouse, ensuring that you continue to live fully. Your spouse would want you to be healthy, strong, and capable of finding happiness again. By investing in your health, you're giving yourself the best chance to rebuild your life. As you move forward, remember that personal growth happens one small step at a time. Healing after loss isn't about rushing through the pain, but about nurturing yourself through it. Every time you care for your body or engage in a mindful practice, you're taking another step toward emotional and physical strength. In conclusion, focusing on your physical and mental health is crucial for bouncing back after the loss of a spouse. By building healthy routines, staying active, and prioritizing emotional well-being, you're giving yourself the tools to heal. You deserve to feel whole again, and by caring for your body and mind, you're laying the foundation for a future full of strength, resilience, and peace. 5. Embrace solitude and personal independence. The final secret to bouncing back after losing your spouse is to embrace solitude and personal independence. After years of sharing your life with someone, the quiet that comes with loss can feel overwhelming. But solitude doesn't have to mean loneliness. In fact, learning to embrace your own company can be one of the most empowering steps you take on your healing journey. The loss of a spouse often brings a shift in identity. You've been part of a couple for so long that it can feel strange or even scary to be on your own. However, this phase of life offers a chance for self-discovery. Embracing independence allows you to reconnect with yourself and discover what you enjoy, what brings you peace, and what gives you a sense of purpose. At first, independence may feel uncomfortable, you might miss the companionship of your spouse or feel unsure of how to navigate daily life without them. But as time goes on, you'll find that being alone can be a time of reflection and growth. Think of this solitude as an opportunity to explore who you are now, apart from your role as a partner. This can lead to deeper personal insights and even new passions. Take Mrs. Fong, for example. After losing her husband at 62, she struggled with the loneliness of her home. At first, she felt that being alone would only bring sadness, but over time, she found that this solitude allowed her to reflect on her life, her goals, and her future. She began traveling, exploring new hobbies like painting, and even reconnecting with old friends. She discovered a renewed sense of purpose and found joy in the freedom to live life on her own terms. Mrs. Fong's story reminds us that independence isn't about isolation. It's about living life according to your own choices. You can still honor your spouse's memory while building a life that reflects your values and desires. Embracing independence means allowing yourself to take up space in the world, to explore the things you love, and to find fulfillment in your own company. One way to begin this process is by reframing solitude. Instead of seeing it as a loss, think of it as a time to nurture yourself. Whether it's taking a quiet walk in nature, reading a good book, or simply enjoying a cup of tea in peace, these moments can be soothing and healing. By finding joy in the small things, you create a sense of comfort and security that helps you move forward. Another important aspect of independence is managing the practical responsibilities that may now fall solely on you. Whether it's handling finances, maintaining your home, or making daily decisions, these tasks might feel daunting at first. But with time, you'll gain confidence. Start with small tasks, and as you complete them, you'll realize that you are capable of managing your life. Each responsibility you handle independently is a step toward rebuilding your confidence and reclaiming your life. It's also important to recognize that independence doesn't mean doing everything alone. You can still lean on your support network when needed. Whether it's asking for help with a task or seeking advice, it's okay to rely on others while still maintaining your independence. The balance between seeking help and doing things on your own is key to maintaining a sense of control and autonomy. As you embrace solitude, consider exploring new interests. This is a wonderful time to pick up hobbies or activities that you may have set aside while you were focused on caring for your spouse. Whether it's taking up painting, joining a local book club, or learning a new skill, these activities can bring joy and satisfaction. Not only will they help fill your days, but they also allow you to meet new people who share your interests, helping to reduce feelings of isolation. Spiritual reflection can also be a source of strength during this time. Many people find that connecting with their faith or practicing mindfulness helps them feel more grounded. Whether through prayer, meditation, or simply spending time in quiet contemplation, nurturing your spiritual side can provide comfort and guidance as you move forward. Independence is not just about being physically alone, it's about creating emotional boundaries as well. Sometimes, well-meaning family and friends may offer advice or opinions about how you should live your life after loss. While it's important to listen and appreciate their support, it's equally important to make decisions that feel right for you. This is your life, and you deserve to live it in a way that honors your needs and desires. In the end, embracing solitude and personal independence is about finding peace in your own company and building a life that reflects who you are today. Your spouse's memory will always be a part of you, but this chapter of your life is an opportunity for growth, reflection, and self-fulfillment. You have the strength to live well, to find joy in the everyday, and to continue thriving even after the loss. As you move forward, remember that independence is a gift. It gives you the freedom to shape your life, make your own choices, and discover new paths of fulfillment. You are not defined by your loss. You are defined by your resilience, your strength, and your ability to embrace life on your own terms. In conclusion, bouncing back after losing your spouse is one of the hardest challenges you'll ever face, but it's also a time of growth, reflection, and rediscovery. By allowing yourself to grieve, rediscovering your purpose, building a strong support network, caring for your physical and mental health, and embracing personal independence, you can find peace and fulfillment again. Remember, healing takes time, and each small step you take is a victory. Life still holds so much meaning, and you have the strength to live it fully. You are not alone on this journey. There's a community of people here to support you. If these insights have resonated with you, please like and subscribe to Candle of Wisdom for more guidance on life's important lessons, personal growth, and emotional well-being. Together, we can navigate the path ahead, honoring the past, while looking forward to a future filled with hope and purpose.